Are you kidding me? Onions that walk?
Onions that walk?
Zombie onions.
Zombie onions?
We're planting zombie onions.
They're not zombie onions.
Well, they're mindlessly walking.
Are they though? They're not mindlessly walking. They're walking with a purpose to replenish themselves.
But they just flop over.
Yes,
start
to
growing
root
again.
themselves just like a blackberry.
Mm-hmm.
The ultimate perennial onion, the ultimate permaculture onion.
Are you kidding me? Onions that walk?
That's probably good.
Okay.
All right, let's try it again.
What was wrong with that one?
It's good, but I don't know if I was ready.
Should always be ready. Welcome back to the Renewed Homestead, everybody. Ben and Denise here, and yes, onions that walk. We are planting Egyptian walking onions.
Yes.
Also called tree onions.
Yes.
And a couple other names, but I heard about these things a long time ago and wanted to order some.
Out of the food forest. Come on, Decker. Sorry, y'all. Come on, out, out, out.
That's how it goes around here.
Yes.
No respect. Right, Decker? Go. Anyway, okay, so I've heard about these things a long time ago. I never got seeds. I never saw them in the store or anything, so we ordered them online. And this is an onion that literally walks down the row. It grows up tall, and then it forms bulbs.
Yeah, top set onions.
Top set onions that weight the thing down. It drops down, and where it lies, if you leave it, sets roots, grows up, and can travel, what, about 2 feet a year?
2 to 3 feet a year. Usually get about 6 plants a year out of it if you don't stop it from setting.
Yeah. So, shoot, 50 years from now, they'll be all the way down the hillside. I'll be here. She's going to go mad with me around. But.
So they don't worry about them being invasive. Like we said, they only grow about 2 to 3 feet a year. And obviously you're going to harvest some because you want the onions from them. And they say if you want larger onions to plant them 6 to 10 inches apart. If you want more like a chive onion, then you plant them 2 to 3 inches apart. So we are in our food forest and we are working on getting part of this finished. Some of it's already got the cardboard down. We did put the compost down, but we figured we'd go ahead and put a trench in. And we're going to do a couple of different rows. One row is going to be wider space so we can have some larger onions. And then another row we're going to do smaller so we can do more of like the chives. And they say the taste is like a chive, but a little more pungent. So we're really eager to try it. And for us, I mean, this is what permaculture is, right? Like this to me is the ultimate permaculture plant because something that can, you know, just like a blackberry, right? Roots itself in the ground and starts a whole nother plant. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And while just eating an onion doesn't sound all that desirable, I have had roasted onions, just cut in half and put in butter and roasted. They're actually really good. And you know, when you're hungry, who's going to care? But we
cook a lot with them.
We cook a lot. Yeah, we'll definitely use them as seasoning. I'm just saying that it's just one of those many things that if it got really, really bad, it could help sustain us. And that's why we're doing this whole thing. So
well, and not only that, right? If something happens and you've got a whole lot of rice and beans, you're going to want spices, garlic, onion, rosemary, you know, to flavor it. So, you know, onions are a really great thing. And onions, I mean, and he had told me about it. I'm like, what the heck's a walking onion, right? And the name was like, okay, this is intriguing. I need to check into this name. And like he said, they literally walk. So we believe every permaculture gardener, every garden should try it because, hey, what's better than something that roots itself? And what you can do, as long as you have 1 or 2 plants, it'll keep going. So you can harvest, say you harvest, you know, 15 plants, you pull 13 of them, you have 2 left, it will keep going.
But those bulb heads, it looks like from the picture, there's probably 20 of those little bulbs. Like we'll show you a close up of the ones that we've got. But, you know, these will put up, I think it said 5 5 different heads a year.
Yeah, it depends. I think it depends on
But still,
onion,
if
yeah.
you've got 20 of those little bulbs in one head, I mean, you can spread them wherever you want, barter with them,
Yes.
all kinds of good things. So anyway,
And the nice thing about the onion is you can either take the top set onions off, which is how most people propagate them, or you can take the main onion stalk just like you would a regular onion. So there's a couple of different ways to propagate it. And just like other onions, you can use the stems or leaves. Are they leaves in onions?
Stalks.
Stalks.
Stalk, I guess.
You can use that to flavor. You can also use the onion. So multiple uses.
Well, you know what we ought to do is just for curiosity's sake, let's just, the one on the end, let's just let it go. Let's see what it does. Let's see where it walks, how it spreads.
Yes, and then if it's spreading, so if you don't like the way it's spreading, remove the one that you don't like. And
Out it goes.
Yep. So
Right.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So they recommend, like we said, that we're going to do a couple of rows, 6 to 10 inches if you want bigger bulbs, 2 to 3 inches if you want to do more like I guess a chive type
Smaller
onion,
ones.
smaller onion, yeah,
And dogs aren't supposed to have onion, by the way,
or garlic.
or garlic. Yeah. So
Yes.
if you're making your own dog food, don't season it up like you would for yourself.
Yeah, we're
Just-
going to
just
actually,
as a side
we're
note.
going to actually be making our own dog food. Pinball Prepper, I don't know if y'all watch him, good channel, posted a dog food recipe. We're going to try it, see how it works. So we'll take you along when we do that. We've still got a few bags of dog food to get through. Once that's close to being done, we're going to bring you in and show you how we make it and then see how they like it.
Because by then we should have at least some semblance of a kitchen where we can actually
Work
spread
it,
out and
yes.
work and do things. But
Yes.
Pinball isn't just a good channel. He's a great channel. Very concise, very great information. I mean,
You're clapping again.
Pinball Prepper. Good channel. We enjoy him. Great channel.
Yes.
All right, so let's get these things planted, and then I have to run. It's one of those days where keep
Gotta
going,
get
going. And yes, this is the pickaxe my dad got for me when I was 11 so that I could trench his entire yard in Phoenix. And I did. Spent all summer doing that.
All right, so they recommend planting them 2 inches below the ground. We are going to, this is an area that we haven't started the food for. We started it, but it was just today that I started getting it together. So the soil is not great. I believe the walking onion's like, I believe it's anywhere from like 6.5 to 6.7 pH. We're going to obviously put some compost in because you can see the soil right here is not great. I can tell you where we've had the food forest sitting for a while, the soil looks a lot better.
Well, this hasn't had cardboard on it either, so the worms haven't been called up to the surface and
Yeah, and that's
that water.
that's one of the reasons we chose this area was so because we didn't have all the cardboard down. You can see some of it's down and
Yeah,
mulched,
but cardboard and the mulch, but it's the compost, cardboard, mulch.
yes.
That is our recipe.
Yeah, so 2 inches below the surface, like we said. Onions like moist soil. They do not like really wet soil. So, and it's going to take us a year to get a harvest. They usually recommend summer to fall to plant these, but you can plant them in spring, and either way, it's going to take about a year before we get anything from them. So these can take a while, but good things usually come to those who wait.
What if you're not a patient person? Then you wait anyway.
You're staggering a little, hun.
I'm following the contour. Right, William? Follow the contour.
And when we put cardboard down, we will obviously leave this area without cardboard just because we thought this was the best area to plant them because a lot of the other area, we've got a lot of flowers and kale and fall crops in, or sorry, early spring crops in.
Not fall yet.
No, it's early spring, even though today it feels like it's almost summer.
Blink twice and it'll be fall. Okay.
About 2 inches deep.
About so. These pretty small bulbs.
Very small.
Look. It's a worm.
Yay.
Not gonna eat you, worm. Don't you worry. We need you, not eat you. All right, package.
And we purchased these on Etsy.
And maybe someday you'll be able to purchase some of these from us.
Yes.
All right, so these we're planting
6 to 10 inches. I'd say about six inches.
fist a pump. Get our compost in there first.
Lots of compost.
Fist there.
You can see they're very tiny. These are top set bulbs, as most people, that's how most people actually reproduce the onions. But as I said, you could do both the bulb as well as the top set. But the top set is what falls over and roots itself back in the ground.
This is the treetop.
Yep, treetop onions. Egyptian walking onion sounds so much cooler though.
Yeah, it does. Cue the Bengals, right?
Walk like an Egyptian.
All right. Compost over it and then push the dirt back. A little signage.
And then we'll add more compost to the top.
Yep.
And then we're done. And then we'll obviously water, even though we are supposed to get rain in a couple of days. I'll go ahead and water these and we're good to go.
Yes, we are. Grow, onions, grow. Okay, well, we have planted our tree onions, Egyptian walking onions, whatever else you want to call them.
Top set onions.
Top set, yeah. But for more deliciousness with our taters.
Absolutely.
She did do it.
Because you said every time now.
You can almost count on her saying precious. Thank you, Lord of the Rings. So, all right, well, we will see how those go and obviously bring you along with it. And let us know if any of you have planted these. I think they're so cool. I just can't wait for them to grow. But.
I know, we're really looking forward to them. But how cool is that you've got an onion that will replant itself over and over and over again?
Yep.
Pretty amazing.
A bee.
I know.
Finally.
I know. Whew.
She's getting better. But all of our bees.
Okay, but it keeps following me.
They like you.
No, it needs to, honey, get it away.
What do you want me to do, swat it?
I don't know.
You're sweet. They're going to follow you. Hey.
Oh, see, it's back.
Go back to your hive.
I'm okay until they're all around me.
Your hive.
Okay, it's following me.
Okay, so we had a little bias interruptus. And
Yeah,
guess I
sorry
again.
about that, y'all. I'm getting much better with bees. Bees scared me a lot in Arizona, but this one just kept flying around me. It would not leave me alone. So
we moved on. But in actuality, it's a good thing. Down there where you can see the chicken coop, that's about where we were with the food forest. And it will continue all the way through here. We just need to create a bit of a shelf over here. It's too much slope for me. I would like to just, cut it back a little bit before we start planting over here. But this is about where the food forest will end, over here near my shop and along here eventually. I mean, we'll get there. But anyway, that's where we're at the end of the row.
yes, but a little at a time. What is it? Modern Yeoman says slowly.
Slowly.
Even though it's actually we've done a lot in a year and a half.
We
really
have. I don't follow the slowly because when am I ever slow?
True. Some
like
things,
get
some
to-
things it's good to be slower though. Planning,
Yeah,
planning.
planning. Anyway, okay. Well, there's our onions. Let us know if you've ever planted these, if you ever had them. I'm curious. Just curious about them. We'll
Or
see.
if you've heard about them, or
Yeah, if you know anything about them, or if you planted them yourself, let us know. So
yeah. But the Egyptian walking onion, as far as I'm concerned, it's kind of the like ultimate permaculture
seems perfect.
food. Just like blackberries, just like blueberries, anything that'll root itself and grow.
Just gonna say strawberries.
Strawberries, yeah.
Walking onion, strawberries,
Blackberries,
black
raspberry.
black raspberries. Yes.
Yes.
So I know there's a bunch of others. Don't beat me up in the comments over that one. But anyway, some of my favorites. Well, I hope it's my favorite. So, all right.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. And
Yes.
check us out on Rumble. We are over there. And on Instagram.
Yes, at Renewed Homestead.
Yeah, at Renewed Homestead. That's right. So, okay. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Get the pets spayed and neutered. God bless. We will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.